Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and this is the Mrs. Champion channel. Happy Saturday to you all. We are going to get into our yearly, quarterly, and monthly savings challenges, and we are also going to do our daily tinies as well. So guys, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Let me know down in the comments what your plans are for today. I'd love to know what you got going on. So let's go ahead and start our daily savings challenges. We have this roll for your savings goal from Anna Banana Budgets. Let's go ahead and roll our color dot die, which I forgot to grab. Okay. We have a yellow, yay. So let's go ahead and drop our D8 down. It is our biggest dice that we save with, so hopefully we'll get a good number. And we rolled a 2. Honestly thought I was going to get something a little bit bigger than that, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get our purple marker. We'll write down 2 for today, and then let's go ahead and grab $2 and save. Alrighty, so we have $10, $15, $17, $18, and $19 in our challenge so far. Let me go ahead and grab another 2 for those 2 ones. Okay, so we'll try this again tomorrow and see if we can possibly get a heavy number. Try to increase our savings for the month. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our tinies. And we save $10 in these a day, well, until Friday. Then we usually save 20 because we don't save on Thursdays in this binder. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 going into our bank in the back here. Let's get that all the way together. Okay, perfect. So we'll slide that back in there. And then what I'm going to do, guys, is go ahead and roll for our $10 in prop. And then once we're all done rolling, we'll come back and see how much each challenge received and if we finish anything. All right, guys, give me a moment. I will be right back. So we've rolled for all $10 of our prop coin. So let's go through each challenge and see what it's receiving today. This first challenge in a number 1 spot is getting $1.25. And this cutie is from Lady Die Saves. Let me grab a couple markers. I have everything kind of like piled up here in the corner. It's more in my way than anything. So $1.25. So we can do 5 of these balloons. Each balloon is 25 cents, and each one of these little characters down here are 25 cents, so I can end up with an even 4. All right, so that got its $1.25. Let's go ahead and move on to the next challenge, which is challenge number 2. It is receiving $1.50, and this one is from Gen X Budgets. We only have 25 cents to save in this, so let's go ahead and get the 25 for that. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a $5 savings challenge. We will pull the money for the finished challenges in the end once we are all done, and then we can pull it out the bank all at once. Okay, our next savings challenge is going to be in the new number. It's the new number 2, in the number 2 spot, I should say. It's from Karen the Faithful Dash, and we are going to put $1.25 into this one. Let me get a different color marker, and we can do 5 of these icons. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and set that to the side. And sorry if you hear any background noises. My neighbor is leaving, and usually when he leaves, he makes sure that he makes a lot of noise while doing it. So next up is this challenge is getting $1, and this is from Bookish Mama Budgets. Find something good in every day. Let's go ahead and mark this one up with, what did I say, $1. So we can do 4 icons, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we only need $1.75 to finish that one. Next challenge up is number 4, and it is receiving $1.25. And this is from Save with Glow. It's her August savings challenge, and $1.25. So we can do 5 of these. I'm just going to color in the centers. So we only need 25 cents to finish this one up, so we should probably finish that one tomorrow. Number 5 is our next challenge, and it's getting $1.75. This one is from Becca at Neurospicy Budgeting. Love this challenge. Welcome to camp, quit your bitching. If you're not a happy camper, take a hike. So I wish this one should have been a bigger challenge. Like, it should have been one that had one of the bigger, had more icons on it, I should say. So 75 cents coming into this one, and that is a done challenge. This one saved us $4. And so now we have $1 remaining to go into the next challenge, which is from Rad Girl Budgets. A good book I can sink my teeth into. And this side says, fish are friends, not food. So we can go ahead and at least do one of these sides, because each one of these icons are going to be, I should have made them 50 cents. just so this stayed around a little bit longer. It's such a cute savings challenge. All right, so we'll save $2 with that one. That's okay. All right, moving on to number 6. We have $1 coming into this challenge, and this is from, oh, this is from me. This is my Mother's Day Savings Challenge, and it's the cell phones coming in saying, Grandma, to the rotary phone. So let's go ahead and mark this off with 4 icons. 1, 2, 3, and one more for 4. All right, let's go ahead and set that to the side. And we're going to move on to challenge number 7, which is getting 75 cents. And this is from Budget or Life with Paula. We can go ahead and mark off 3 of these icons. And now we only need 50 cents to finish up this challenge. The kids are downstairs screaming like somebody is just completely ruining their lives. All right, this next challenge is $1.50, and it's challenge number 8. It's our final challenge because we have 8 challenges in this binder. And this is an April Fool's Savings Challenge from Budgeting with Kim. She only needed $1, so let's go ahead and color in our final 4 icons. We'll go ahead and take $1, and we'll put the remaining 50 cents into the next challenge. So this one saves $6. And let's go ahead and get the new number 8 out. And this one is from Simply Tea Plans. And this is a really pretty one. We can start this one off with 50 cents. I'm just going to go ahead and color in the bows to get this one started. This one will save us $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 when we're done. Okay, perfect, guys. I love it. So let's go ahead and see how much we saved today or finished. We have the $6 challenge from Kim, $4 from Becca, and $5 from Sheila Gen X Budget. So that is $15. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get 15 out of our bank back here. So we have 5. Let's just do the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 from our tinies today. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. I will stuff this into our sinking funds later. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and tidy up my area, and then I'll come back and we will start our yearly, quarterly, and monthly savings challenges. We are back. We are going to go ahead and get started on our yearly, quarterly, and monthly savings challenges. Let me go ahead and get my binder opened up, and I usually will have my little corner puncher so that I can get that propped up underneath. And let's go ahead and get started on these challenges. So we need to do our scratch off challenge from Lacey at Blue Kiwi Budgets and Jamie at Charma Budgets. And I think, yeah, we have 3 on this side and 2 on this side. So we're going to do the Jamie side. So let's go ahead and grab a scratcher. We're going to roll a D6 dice and let it tell us where we are going. So let's see. So I'm going to say we left off right there. It says 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's come up here and we scratched a 4. So we do one of these a week. And it just helps us save a little extra money for the end of the year. I call it my semi-annual challenge because we're only going to be saving with this for about 6 months. All right, let's go ahead and count up the money that we have brought into here today. I'm thinking it's $275 because that's what my little tag says. So let's go ahead and count this out. 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 70, 190, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 260, 265, 6, 7, 8, 9, 270, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's right. So let's go ahead and separate out this cash off to the side, and then we'll grab $4 to add into this challenge. And if we can, we'll go ahead and cash condense down what we have saved in total. All right, so let's grab our money out. And in total, we have saved 25, 7, 8, 9, 30, and 1. So $31. Okay. Perfect. So $31 in this savings challenge. I feel like this side of my desk is pretty dark. Hopefully it doesn't come off on camera like that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our challenge from Amy by Nature. And this is what we have right here. So we are putting our second week for the month of August in here. So 8/8, and that's going to be $40. So let's go ahead and grab 40, 20, and 40. And let's see what we have saved in this challenge so far. We have $1,560, $1,580, $1,640. So I will go ahead and put that on my little prop to make sure that I have the right amount. And then I'll just take these 20s out. So, because we don't need those in there if we have that little marker in there. So when I come in next week, you'll have another $40 in icons colored in. And that's what we're saving every week, or I should say every Saturday in the month of August is 40 bucks. And that'll give us one step closer to saving $2,200 in the year 2026 with this challenge from Amy by Nature. Okay, next up is this quarterly challenge. That's just part of this binder we're getting into now. And this is from North Country Cash Queen. We do 3 per week in this. So let's go ahead and do the 2, the 1, and the 3. And we will be pulling this at the end of September. I know I grabbed the wrong purple last time, but it's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So let me grab the orange. So we'll do orange for the 2. This is a freebie in her Ko-Fi shop. If you guys want to go ahead and pick this up, I thought it was a really pretty challenge. And I was able to pretty much divide up these increments and be able to save over the Q3 with it. I have been really enjoying the quarterly savings challenges. It's just long enough to get enough saved and put aside without it being long like a, let's do this 4 up here, being long like a yearly challenge. I really don't have a lot of enjoyment in the yearly challenges. I know at the end of the year, there's a lot of enjoyment, but I'm not getting really anything out of them. So 4, 6, and 1 is 7, 5, and 7 coming in here this week. And so now in total, we have 40, 5, 7, and 8. $48 in this challenge from Michael at North Country Cash Queen. So let's go ahead and put that away. And let's go ahead and move along to our next challenge, which is from Budget with Mrs. P. And no, I lied. I skipped somebody. Did I? Where's my Christelle? Oh, okay, Christelle was supposed to be next. I'm sorry. Anywho, we have this savings challenge. I think it's Girl in the Dock is the name of it. But we're going to do 2 spots today. And so we're going to roll 2 D6 dice because the white spots mean these are the D6. Anything else that's in color, we go by the key on the side. So let's go ahead and roll. And we have a 4 and a 1. So we are saving $5 this week in this challenge. And so far we have saved $20, $45 in this savings challenge from Christelle at Divine Savings Co. So in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more weeks, this challenge will be complete for Q3. And then we'll just have this quad down here to do for Q4. All right, let's go ahead and move along to our next one, which is from Budget with Mrs. P. Now we're back on track. So I pre-colored my next 3 icons. We go ahead and roll our color dot die, and then it tells us which one of these D die we're going to save with. So for this scuba gear, we're going to go ahead and roll the D4. And that says to save. Okay, that didn't roll very well. That says 2. It might be hard to see. All right, let's see what we're saving for the flippers. That is a green, which is a D8. And that's an 8. And our lighthouse is going to be a D6, and that is a 5. So we are putting $15 into this challenge today. 10 and 15. Let's see what we have in total. 20, 40, 55, $62. 62. Let's grab that 50. Put these 20s back, and we have $62 in the savings challenge for the quarter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 4 more weeks, this one's going to be done. So around the middle of September, we'll be done with this one before the quarter is out, but we won't pull it until the end of September. All right, guys, moving on to Jessie Budgets. This is a very low budget savings challenge. We are going to go ahead and do, how many more Saturdays do we have? We have 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and do 3 today. I think we'll go ahead and do this one. Let's do this one. That'll be 2. And then let's just come straight down and do this 2. And we'll save $4 this week. Okay, excellent. A little piece that I missed. Okay, so $4 coming into here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what we have in here. This is another quarterly challenge. We have 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, and $18. So let's do that and grab a 5. Okay, excellent. $18. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. 18, 10, 15, 17, and 18. I forgot to grab the 10. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Mama's Budget and More. This is MK Savings Challenge. I've been using this as a quarterly challenge. So let's go ahead and do $6 more in this. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 coming into here this week. I wonder, should we do 7? 7, 7, and 6. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and mark one more off. We'll do 7 this week. 5 and 7, and we'll do 7 next week, and then we'll finish up with 6 the following week. Okay, so now in MK's challenge we have $20, $35, $37, and $39 saved in this quarterly savings challenge. It's crazy how fast these quarters come and go, because I remember saving, like, I remember pulling the last quarter savings out and being like, oh wow, it's gonna be a while before I can pull any more money. And no, it really hasn't been. It's going so fast. All right, this next one is from Leanne at the Enchanted Owl's Nest. I love her color and saves. I did leave myself a note that we are saving $7 this week, so we did 2 letters for $2, and each one of these icons are $2.50 a piece. So that's our $7. So let's see what we have in Leanne's. I'm going to go ahead and take this tag off because it might be something different that I save next week. We have a 20, 35, 6, 7, and an 8. All right, let's trade that out for a 2. And we have $38 in that challenge. This is another quarterly challenge. We're still in our quarterly section of savings. I'm going to go ahead and move on at Jamie at Charma Budgets. We are going to go ahead and do another number in the 2026 icons, and these are $5 a piece. So that too is going to save us $5, which I need change. Let's get some 5s in here. Okay, so now we have saved in this challenge 20, 30, and I'm sorry, 20, 25, 30. Grab a 10. This one will save us 60 at the end of the quarter, $20 a month. And our last quarterly challenge is from Save with Judy. These are beautiful gnomes she gives us every quarter. So grateful to have them because I love the color. And I cannot remember what I was supposed to be naming this guy. I think it was, oh, I know what it was. I remember. It was Ronan, and that was Megan at Rat Girl Budgets who came up with that name. And I thought it was really cool because Ronan makes me think of James Bond. I think that was the name of a gun. It's like the Ronin gun in James Bond. So I love that name. So I'll come in next week with this little girl colored in. So if you guys want to leave down in the comments a name of what to give her, I am doing older names. So you can see Ethel and Clyde, Mildred, Phyllis, older names, like, 1800 type names. So go ahead and leave that in the comments below, and we'll see what to name our next little gnome. Oh, you know what? I didn't even save with that. I was so worried about the names. So that's $5 for that gnome. So now we have $25 in that savings challenge. And that was the last of our quarterly challenges. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to our monthly savings. And we're going to go ahead into my book, which is the Ultimate 2026, the Almost Ultimate 2026 Savings Challenge book, which is free in my Ko-Fi shop. We're going to go ahead and scratch off 3 of these. Let's go ahead and let the dice decide. So we have 6. Let's say we stopped off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're coming up here, and that's a 2. Okay. We're going to go 2 more times, and I just threw that dice. 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's come right here. That's a 6. So 8 so far. And let's go 1 more time. 3, 1, 2, 3 right here, and that's a 2. So we're going to go ahead and put $10 into this today, which is a good place to start. I shouldn't say start because we started last week, but a good place to continue. Clean this up. We'll grab our $10. We should have 19 in here now. What is this? This is the scratch and save. And we're grabbing $10, and we do have 19 now, so that's correct. All right, clip that back together. I like to keep this money separate because my 2027 roll and save, the color and save, we pull that at the end of the year. That's a yearly challenge for us. Okay, next up is this monthly game, and I am saving for my birthday. So let's go ahead and roll this next row. Let's do the D4. That D4 likes to get stuck in there. 4. D4 plus 2. So that's 2 plus 2, which is another 4. And D4 times 2, that is a 3 times 2, which is a 6. So we are putting $14 in here today. And like I said, this will go to birthday savings once we are done with it. All right, monthly game. So all together now we have in here 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and $22. Put all this back for 20. Okay, $22 in our birthday bonanza. And at this rate, we're going to be pulling this at the end of the month. But like I said, all the savings will be going to the birthday fund. All right, next up is this quarterly savings challenge that I'm doing as a monthly from my twin, Megan at Recollections Budget. So let's go ahead and see what we can do on the low budget side. We are going to roll 2 D6 dice. Let me see. There's my other D6. Let's see what we're going to do today. Okay, we got a strong 12, which I could do absolutely nothing with. So I'm already wasting my courtesy roll. All right, so we got a 4. Shut the Butch has not been nice to me lately. That is a 3. I think I'm going to drop down to 1 dice, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be not great. That's a 3. So 2 and 1. Ooh, I thought that was out. 2 and 1. And let's see if we can get a 5 or a 6. There's our 5. Okay, not too bad. Now, can we roll a 6? Is the question. And no. Okay, so we're saving $6 on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and move along to the medium budget Shut the Box. Let's go ahead and roll 2 D6 dice. We have rolled a 6. My dice are like kind of laying on their sides when they fall, so it's not really apparent what I'm getting. I'm just kind of just rolling with it. 8. That's what happens with these rhinestone dice. Sometimes they just don't land flat. So, okay, that's a 9. I like that. Let's see if we can get a 7, a 12. Now we can use that 12. That's a 6, so we're going to do 5 and 1. Okay, still need that 7. Okay, there's our 7. Okay, yay. So let's see if we can drop down to 1. Roll a 3 or a 2. That's a 6, so that's our courtesy roll. And that's a 4. So we're saving $5 in that one. Did I get my 6 from before? I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't do my Saturday savings either. What the heck am I doing today? Where is my Saturday savings? How do you know what my Saturday savings is, y'all? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why would it be missing? All right, let me go look through this real quick and see if I can. Oh, it's right here. That's why. So we'll get this. We'll get this next. Okay, so we need a 6 from before and then a 5 now. So let's go ahead and see what we can do in the high budget Shut the Box. I'm going to roll a D8 and a D6. Let's see how we do. All right, so we have an 8 and a 2, which is a 10. We have a 2 and a 4, which is a 6. A 6 and a 5, which is an 11. Okay, can we get this 12 off of here? I really don't want to save that. I really don't. A 2 and a 5 is a 7. A 2 and a 4 is a 6. So we got to do we 5 and 1 or do we do 4 and 2? Let's do the 4 and a 2. I have a feeling I'm going to regret that because if I get a snake eyes, it's going to waste our courtesy roll. 2 and 3, which is a 5. Okay, don't regret it so much now. Come on, 12. We have 2 and 2, which is a 4. So 3 and 1. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm going to have to cheat and do the low budget way. 6 and 4 is 10. So there's our courtesy roll. 3 and 1 is 4. Okay, so that is out. We have 29. So I'm going to add the 2 and a 9 together and save 11. All right, guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to mark that with an 11 as well. That's what we saved. Let's get to Megan's envelope and see what we have saved in this all in all. I feel like this is not right. Is this all the money that's in here? That feels weird. Oh, we pull this every month. That's why. I'm like, where's the rest of my money? We pull this every month, guys. So that's why it seems like we don't have a lot, because we already pulled it for last month. Okay, so we have 20, 35, 6, 7, and 8. So $38. Let's grab this 2 and put this back. And now we have 38. All right, so let's go back to my Saturday savings. I knew something wasn't right. And we are doing really well with August because we were able to save all of 22 last week. I think we're going to do all of 29 this week. Just don't know what's coming down the pike with anything else. So let's go ahead and put the 29 in now. 25, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And get that taken care of. I think we'll have enough to get through the rest of our binder. If not, I'll be crying later on in the video. All right, so in our Saturday savings, we have so far 20, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, and 2. So $52. I am going to grab a 50 for that. And that is always a big savings because we save the date. And that surely adds up. All right, so at least we were able to go back and hit those items up that we skipped. Now we are going to go ahead and move on to Bookish Mama Budgets. These are her Ko-Fi membership and the other one I bought in her Etsy shop. So let's see. We are going to go ahead and take care. Let's do this one first. Let's roll a D3 and see where we're going. D3. Is this the D3? It is. All right, so we rolled a 2, so we'll go 1, 2, and that's 12. Ooh, okay, 12, 10. Let me see. I need change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, so $12 for that one. Now let's go ahead and do her other scratcher. This is the one that I purchased out of her Etsy shop, but there's 4 left for August. So let's go ahead and roll a D4, and we rolled a 1, and that's 4. Okay, not too bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this savings challenge from Lindsay at Bookish Mama Budget, we've saved 10, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, and 3. So $23. Let's grab another 20. All right, put this away, and the challenges. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our next challenge from No Bucks Given. These are Andrea's savings challenges, and let's see, No Bucks Given. We are saving this week. I didn't pre-color my icons either. August 8th, we're saving $11, so let's just go ahead and get that. So now we have saved in here $23, 22, and 3. So I will make sure that I color in my icons for this week and come in for August 15th icon pre-colored. So if you can't see that, that didn't help. I need something white. We'll just use the back of this. So the 8th, today we saved 11. Next week we're going to save 12. So I'll make sure all those icons are colored in and ready to go for next week. This challenge is going to save over $46 because we did the letters and the flowers at $1 a piece. So this is going to save us almost $60 for that challenge. Did I get the money? I did. Okay. All right, let's move on to Play to Save. We are doing... Oh my gosh, did I not color hers either? What was I doing? So we did $6 last week. These are $2 a piece. So let's go ahead and do $6 more. It says 3 per week. They're $2 a piece. So we're going to have 12 in this now. So let's put that back for a 10 and do this for a 2. And guys, I feel bad I didn't color any of my icons in, so now I gotta make sure that I have 6 icons colored in for next week. Actually 9, because I want them to be pre-colored for next week. So 3 per week. I'll make sure there's 9 icons colored for next week, and we will save another $6 when we come into this binder next Saturday. I just don't want to keep you with, you know, me and my crazy coloring, so I like for it to be pre-colored. All right, next up is Kimmy's Corner. This is her back to school August savings challenge. We do $5 a week in this one. So I just went over those two because you could barely see it. So we'll do another $5. We should have $10 in here now. So let's take this 5 out, grab a 10, and it will save us $20 for the entire month. So we have 2 more weeks. I'm sorry, we have 2 more weeks, and then this one will be done a little ahead of time. And that's perfectly fine, because we have this big jalopy that money could go to. And this is from Budgeting with Lysandra. I try to do $12 a week in this challenge, so let's go ahead and get some of these icons colored in. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, so we have about $60 left. Let's go ahead and do 2 of these 8s then. We're gonna do this 8 right here, and we'll do this 8 right here for 16. So we'll do a little more than 12. All right, so 16, 10, 15, and 16. And now we have 10, 25, 27, and $28. We'll grab our last 20 from over here and put it in her envelope. All right, next up is this challenge from Anna and Lacey. Anna at Anna Banana Budgets and Lacey at Blue Kiwi Budgets. Let's go ahead and roll this D5. Let's grab a black marker. We rolled a 5. I know it might be hard to see, guys. Let's roll our D6, and we rolled a 4. So we're going to put $9 into here this week. Let's see what we have in here. So we're going to put a 1 back, grab a 10, and now we have $13 in this savings challenge. I'm going to grab a 2 for those 2 1s. So next week we'll do the D8 and the D10 and see what we get. Okay, we have saving with Ashley Corella, and we are going to do the other half of this icon, which will be $2, and we'll do a whole of the next one. So we'll do that. So that's 2, and then we'll do this one, which will be 4, and we'll save $6 this week. Okay, so we should have $12 in this savings challenge, and let's go ahead and grab a 10 and 2 1s, and then I'll take these 2 1s and grab a 2. Okay, $12 in that savings challenge. And now we have one remaining challenge from Becca Budget 777. It's her bookmark challenge and her sticker challenge. The bookmark challenge we are saving in a low budget manner. So let's go ahead and let's do the 7. Hopefully this shows up. Yeah, it shows up pretty good. So we'll do 5, 6, and 7 for our bookmark. And then our stickers, we save $5 for those. So let's go ahead and grab another starfish sticker. And we'll save $5 for this. I think this card is done. And then let's go ahead and put our starfish down. Okay, so that's $5 for that. And now let's see what we have saved in total so far for the month of August with Becca Budget 777. Okay. So we have 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So $24. I'm going to put all this back and cash condense that for these bills over here on the side. Okay, so $24. Excellent, guys. We got through all of our yearly, quarterly, and monthly savings challenges, and we are well on our way to having a good month for the month of August. Like I said, this goes to my Roth. The monthly challenges goes to my Roth IRA. We need to save $500 a piece, not a piece, in total between Josh and I. $250 and $250 is how it's split. Any remaining money could go into sinking funds or to anything that we need to pay for, save with, you know, whatever the case may be. So we had $20 left over at the end today. I'm going to take this $20 and put it into our back to school savings challenges. And that just helps to give that little boost to our back to school because we need everything that we can get in that savings binder. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being patient with me, getting my challenges out of order, trying to get everything back on track. But I will see you in tomorrow's savings day, where we are going to do the Sunday summer savings binder. And then Monday, we'll get back into our mini Monday savings that saves for sinking funds, and our back to school challenges that will help me pay for the girls' shoes and clothes to get them started for the school year. So guys, have a good rest of your Saturday. I love you all. Please be safe. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.